Maria.
And I'm Chelsea.
And today we're going to be talking about running from God's will. And I don't know about you ladies, but I know it's been times in my life where I've ran from what God has called for me to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes when we run from God's will, it'll prevent other people from getting that salvation. Like, in the story of Jonah, like, when God sent him to go do an assignment to save, like, a nation of people, he ran from his assignment, and that could have, by him running from that could have rid a whole bunch of people from their lives.
The whole city of Nineveh.
The whole city of Nineveh.
And even talking about like the process, like even the people on the boat, like they was about to die because this is who they had on board with him. Like, so you gotta be aware, like, you know, it's not just about you.
Yeah.
And also, I'm gonna read the scripture. It's Jonah 1. I'm just gonna start at 1. It says, now the word of the Lord came into Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, arise, go to Nineveh, the great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness has come before me. It says, but Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of the Lord, and went down to Joppa, and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid fare therewith, and went down into it, and went unto them into Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. The fact that he wanted to escape, because you can't escape the presence of the Lord. He tried to pay his way out of it, and not to see, you know, the bigger picture. And then that the people that was on the boat was like, you know, who is this person that's with us? Who's making the winds and the sea go up like this? And so, yeah, you can't be selfish. It's more than just about you when you're running from God's will, because God has called you to save a nation of people. You just want for this.
And I feel like that, like, you got a special job. If God called you to do something, like, don't miss your opportunity. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't miss the opportunity, because out of all these people, God picked you
for a reason.
And when I think of running from God's will, I just think of myself. Like, when I was running from God's will, the reasons I was running from Him. Number one, I was scared, because like when you go step into the calling that God has for you, it's like you have to let stuff go. People gonna look at you funny. And then my man was, I was scared. I'm like, these people gonna look at me like, just you were just doing this. How you gonna come? You know, like I was afraid of people accepting me, and I was afraid of letting the worldly things go, that the things that I like, my lustful desires that I like. I was afraid of letting them go. So that was one reason that I ran from God's will. I don't.
And going back to get my own testimony, that when I was running from God's will, I was like hurt, because like a lot of people in my old church, they knew, you know, what everything that had happened, you know, because my life was like an open fishbowl. Like, my dad was the youth pastor, so everybody knew pretty much, and they expected me to do a certain day. I couldn't do anything wrong, or it was like, oh, look at her. And so it was more like I was running, like I didn't want people to look at me. I didn't want people, the way people thought about me. I didn't want that. It was like so much pressure. Like, I had to be this perfect person, and I didn't want that pressure. Like, I stopped going to church, I started drinking, I started smoking, I started doing all this other stuff because I was running. I didn't want that. And then on top of that, then I was just like, I can't speak. When I start talking, I get scared, or like my mouth, I don't know if anybody's gonna understand me. So it was just like, and then like, because y'all know so much about me getting up there in front of you guys, y'all gonna be able to look at her. And then it was like a more of a the her, and then like what people remember me for my past is the reason why I ran from God and His will.
Yes, let's be telling testimonies. Listen, my testimony is I compare myself to the prodigal son. You know, the prodigal son, and how he was in the safety of God. I mean, he was in the safety of his father God, and but he left that because he wanted to endure the cares of the world. He wanted to be in there, and so like I like parallel that with like us running from God's will, us wanting to do what we want to do, us wanting to do that. But I love how God He'll let you go through stuff.
Yeah.
So you can know what's important, like all this other stuff, like what Jonah, he let him go to the belly of the whale to let him let me put you in timeout. You see what I'm saying? Let me put you in detention, because like he has to. But I love that God does that. He takes that time out to show us what's best for us, and he comes. And once you realize that, he comes with open arms. You see how the prodigal son, he came with open arms.
Since we on testimonies, I'm gonna tell mine is about when I was running away from God's will, when it came from me, when that homosexuality spirit, and when it left me, and I was like, you know what? How am I supposed to minister to people? How am I supposed to talk to people when they gonna say, Jada, you just was like this, they gonna say you just like, I'm worried about people. Like, how am I gonna be here and say I'm a child of God and I love God and I'm doing this and I'm doing that? But in the back of my head, the enemy's like, but Jada, who are you to say that? Because you was just like, for your whole entire life, you was like this, and you was just in this relationship. And so running from God's will, it can really tear you apart.
Yeah, so like I feel like it's so much easier to just surrender to God's will than to just run from it. Like own testimonies. Here we go. Like me, like running from God's will. I ran for so long. You know, that's why I like that song. You waited, Travis Green, because I'm like, I ran for so long, but God didn't let me go to, like, you know, I didn't get too far off, and God didn't let me go, and I was still accepted when I came running back. You know, like, God, I thank you for breaking me down, but still building me back up to be accepted.
What I was gonna say is, because even on the way to church this morning, me and you were having a conversation. I had no idea that Little Sam was gonna be speaking at church today, but what I had mentioned to Chelsea, I'm like, you're probably gonna be a pastor's wife, and she was like, no, God ain't called. That ain't what God has for me. But to be honest, we don't always agree with what God has, or we don't always know that what God's plan is for. So God's will may not be our will.
I'm gonna go back to Bria and what she was talking about, how God is, you know, how he brings us back to open arms. I'm gonna say what it's very scary when we run away from God's will, because not all the time, because God is God and He can choose. He don't have to choose you. Like, He doesn't have to wait, and that's why, and that's the thing that makes us so excited, because there's been people that don't have a second chance. So that's what makes us so grateful, because He didn't have to wait. Like, while we running away, like, that's scary to don't play with God like that. Like, oh yeah, He's gonna let me. You don't matter. God is God. He chooses who He chooses. Like, cause some people, like, just like gosh, who was that? What's the song like? Some people don't get a second chance, and once the presence of God, when he moves His hand, then that's it. Like, there's nothing that no man can do. Like, so we cannot run from God's will and be worried about other people.